If you can see me, then the Windows Movie Maker that's in the computer here worked. If, if not, then why am I talking? But I will be looking at some other software this weekend. Friday morning, a whole bunch of men and a whole bunch of concrete trucks came and they were filling up the other side of the court this morning, and the cat doesn't like that. He didn't like all that noise and all the trucks and all that. He was scared. And then the phone rang, and it was the clinic saying that the doctor called in sick and I'd have to reschedule. Man, there were some issues I wanted to talk about. They said, well, you can come see a nurse practitioner this afternoon. And I said, okay, let's do that. So by noon, the men were finished pouring that side of the street on the other side. And they have cones with tape blocking it all off. So half the street is usable, half is not. So I went to the clinic. To be seen, it was $25. They took blood. They're going to run an A1C panel. I don't know what that is. But they're running lipids panel, which is cholesterol, and diabetes, see if I have diabetes, and a thyroid specific hormone level, blah, 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 to see if I have underactive thyroid, which, if that's the case, that's probably why I cannot lose weight. Because if you have an underactive thyroid, you just can really put the pounds on, and it's hard. You just have to have medicine. Ugh. Anyway, if all's well, I'll hear what the results are next Friday. If there's something wrong, I'll hear before. Also, with my heel pain, they took some x-rays of my left heel, $35. Then I got in the car and ran out to St. Peter's, Missouri, which is about 15 miles. I used to get my real bread in town, closer here, but they stopped carrying it. They just decided to make their own, which is just not the same. So I went out to this Italian butcher bakery out in St. Peter's, and I bought a nice big meaty loaf of bread. It'll last me at least a week or maybe more, and it doesn't go bad like everyone else's bread. Usually in the winter I make it myself, but it's just been too hot. It's been like 94 degrees with 64% humidity. In Celsius, that's like 33, 34. And you just feel like you're wrapped in plastic film. You get sweat all over your arms and everything, and it just won't evaporate. And you're like suffocating. It's awful. Just horrible. So I was out doing that. Got the bread, and then I stopped by a fabric store out there. There used to be a chain of fabric stores, giant warehouse of fabric, Hancock warehouse of fabric stores. I love going in there, just even to look at all the fabric. Well, they went bankrupt across the country and they're no longer. So I have to go out to St. Peter's, out near the butcher shop, to Joann Fabric. Joann has not even 1/4 the amount of fabrics and very expensive. Very disappointed. But sometimes you want to sew something. So I went out there and looked. I was looking for kind of like t-shirt fabric, kind of like this kind of fabric, printed on knit t-shirt fabric. So it was $13 a yard for most of them, but then they had a kids section. Some of them patterns, the print was really for little kids, but then I found one that wasn't, and this is $7 a yard. All I needed was 1 yard. This has bears on it. I'm making a replacement tank top with a bra shelf inside for one that I've been wearing and it's wearing out. That's just, it's just gotten so small that my belly sticks out and goes, hey everybody! And I keep pulling down the shirt and pulling down. I'm tired of pulling down the shirt. This one I'm making longer. We'll get everything sorted out eventually, I suppose. This weekend is the Oktoberfest in St. Charles, Missouri. That's about 13 miles from here. It's closer than St. Peter's, but they're real close to each other. It's on the riverfront. I went last year and the year before. I think the year before was downtown. Last year was out in St. Charles. So I plan to go to that. And my dirndl is back here on this door. It's that skirt, white floofy, poofy blouse where your boobs look like they're sticking out, and the vest and the little apron and all that. And I'll have my hair braided up or something. That's tomorrow. And next weekend is the Renaissance Festival. Well, the Renaissance Festival is 4 weekends, but next weekend's the one I was going to go. And hopefully it'll be cooler, because my Renaissance dress is back here on this door. I have a nice long brown cloak, which I won't need because it's going to be hot. But it does come in handy. The cloak comes in handy anyway, in other seasons doing other things. But I have a dress and a little drawstring purse and everything that I made. And a big straw hat and everything that I'll be wearing next weekend. I'll be filming all of it. Whether I can put it up online or not, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. I don't know. Sometimes the older you get, it's like, oh man, you just don't want to give up. Because it's like, is it worth the trouble? Is it worth the trouble? It's for my sanity. I guess so. Also, when I came home from my errands, it was about 5:30. A lot of people were home from work. And the weenie butts that live on the other side that was affected by the concrete pour, they're all over the freaking street. I could hardly get to my driveway. I wished I'd have had a tank and I would have run right over all of their stupid ass brand new cars. They're young people with brand new cars. They could stand to walk at least a half a block down the street. No. Self-important weenie butts. They have to park everywhere. I could hardly make it into my driveway. Was this much on each side. Good thing I'm a good driver. Oh, how I wanted to hit their car. You have no idea. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I've been talking for over 7 minutes. I'm going to hang it up now. Hopefully some good things will start happening. Upward and onward.